at it again, and we've got a topic of discussion that we've had quite a bit here on this channel, especially more recently, because of what's going on with our youth. But before we hop into it, make sure you guys hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed to the channel already, hit that subscribe button down below and join the family. All right, join the family, and make sure you guys are following me on social media. Those links are down below in the description box. Instagram, Twitter, Truth Social, my Discord server, all of that is down below. And with that being said, let's dive in.
People ask me all the time, what are things that concern me? Parental rights, obviously, making sure that Americans and Virginians can achieve the next generation. But what concerns me the most is the next generation forgetting who we are as a people. We're a unique country.
Yep.
We're a miraculous country.
Absolutely.
We're the first country ever in recorded history to have a constitution that empowers the individual and not government. But what scares me and concerns me, according to polling, only about a third of young people are even somewhat proud to be an American. A free society, we can't remain free if an entire generation of young people don't understand what's so unique and what makes us free. I say all the time that as Americans, we should never forget every morning when we wake up, we won life's lottery. But being able to be born and breathe the air as a free American. And that millions of people on this planet would...
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We literally won the lottery just by being born here. The lottery. Now, that's not to say that, you know, the rest of the world is a piece of crap. You know what I mean? That's not what me, and I'm pretty sure he's not saying either. Right? But it is saying that you were born, if you were born here, in the greatest country this earth has ever seen. Okay? Or on this earth today. You know, I can't speak for history. You know, I'm not too well versed when it comes to, you know, historical countries and civilizations and whatever else you want to get into. But the greatest country today, where you have freedoms that some people dream of on this planet. Dream of. We checked out the video from Venezuela, and we're going to jump back into the video. We checked out the video from Venezuela where the Venezuelans were calling any American an idiot who thinks that America isn't great. They're an idiot. They're an idiot.
Do everything in their power to swap places with us. They'd crawl over broken glass. They would cling to the side of an airplane just for the chance to be an American. But right now, in a lot of our schools, our kids aren't being taught how unique we are as a country. Margaret Thatcher once said, you know what? In Europe, all the countries emerge out of history. America is the first country to ever emerge out of a philosophy. Or as G.K. Chesterton noted, America is the first country in the history of the world to ever be founded on a creed. Well, what's that creed? I think the American that best captured it was Dr. Martin Luther King on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, where he talked about those inalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Dr. King called that the promissory note made to every American, past, present, and future. But right now, we have a lot of young people even questioning that promissory note. In fact, the person who wrote the promissory note was a young, quiet Virginian from Charlottesville named Thomas Jefferson. He wasn't a great speaker, but he was a great thinker, and he wrote the mission statement for us as a people. My passionate belief, my goal, is to make sure that the next generation understands that we are unique, that we are the American miracle, and that that promissory note should be available to Americans of every generation.
Yep.
That's what we have in front of us. That's why what we're teaching our kids are so important. Ronald Reagan made this observation about us as a people. And never forget, we are fundamentally a good, decent, and noble people. He said, of all the countries in the world, America is the only country, the only one, in which our national anthem actually ends with a question. Are we still the land of the free and the home of the brave? My earnest desire, my hope, is that answer to that question for every generation is yes.
Land of the free, home of the brave. We got to play the game. that the left is playing. Where it's legal, we have to play the same game. If we play it, listen, and this is the crazy thing. If we played the same game, we would win. Republicans won the popular vote without even playing the game in the midterms. So just imagine if we played the same game. Oh, man. Woo! Woo! Talk about a blowout. Absolute blowout. And I think Trump is actually going to come out and be in favor of playing that said game. Because I think he realizes he has to in order to win. There's no other way. You can't change the game when you're not in power, right? You can't stop the game from being played when you're not in power. You have to be in power to do that. So play the game for now. Once you're in power, you make sure nobody ever has to play it again. But anyway, let's jump into this second video that I have for you guys that is along the same topic of discussion. Let's jump into it.
How can you decide that country is like the best country? Like what are your...
By every standard possible.
Well,
Most patents. How about the most patents? The most medical advancements, the most diseases eradicated, the most money ever given away, the most wealth ever created. No, but I know far more about economics than anyone who went to the London School of Economics. Happy to. So most monopolies are created by government. Sure. Yes, but I do understand Keynes. I understand all that horrible economic theory. Yeah, the government is the ultimate monopoly. Right? How is it not? Government has a monopoly on power.
Let me ask my question. So if
Sure.
you understand this monopolistic economic structure, then how can you say that patents create incentives,
They do actually. I think patent law should be mostly de-emphasized. No, I think patents should be about a year or 2 years, not 30 or 40 years. So that's.
You do believe in kind of making sure that a patent doesn't get.
So who issues a patent? Who issues a patent? Okay, so government is the ultimate monopoly. We agree. You just agree. It is the ultimate monopoly. Government has the power to shut down business, to audit people they disagree with.
In the United States, it's right now pharmaceutical lobbyists who have.
No, I totally agree. You have nothing but agreement with me on that.
Exactly. So how can you say that? That's also the corporation.
I'm not defending that system, but you want to talk about excellence? We have the most amount of patents in the world that eradicate disease, that improve people's standard of living. It could be.
They just don't like America. Well, how could you say America's the greatest country? He stated a whole list of things at the very beginning of the video, including patents, and that's the one thing that they stuck on. They didn't care about the rest of the stuff he said. It was just patents. Oh, patents. Oh, I feel like I can defeat him on the patents thing. America is not the greatest country. We're going to defeat you today.
Vastly, no, because it's a standard. Because patents in general, that the entire Western world has not been able to duplicate or replicate.
Wouldn't you say that because the patent structure right now is terrible, and yes, we've had amazing patents.
It could be vastly improved.
Right.
I'm not defending the patent system. I'm defending the ingenuity that's embedded in the American spirit.
If the patent system had been different, say 20, 30 years ago, we'd have even more.
Totally. Yes, absolutely. So America's the greatest country ever to exist, but it could be even better. We're not a perfect country. But I'm gonna
look at this guy's face. Oh, just stop saying this. Stop saying this. Okay, prove him wrong.
So America's the greatest country ever to exist, but it could be even better. We're not a perfect country. But I'm gonna say it louder. America is the greatest country ever to exist. Prove me wrong.
Nagasaki, Fallujah, Syria.
Great does not mean perfect. Wait, how about World War II, pushing back the Nazis, Normandy Beach, reclaiming Berlin?
Hold on. He's naming all these places, but why is he in America? These folks equate being great with being 100% perfect. Nothing or no one is perfect. That is a fact.
World War II until the very end, when it was
the very end? You mean when over 300,000 Americans died in the European theater and you're trying to diminish the sacrifice of the boys of Iowa and Ohio and Pennsylvania?
Oh, goodness gracious. These folks make absolutely no sense at all. No sense at all. They equate greatness with being perfect. No man nor woman or country is perfect. Not a single one. Not a single one. All right? It doesn't mean that America still isn't the greatest country. And if it isn't, why are you here? See, I'm convinced. I've been totally convinced at this point. Everyone on the left or anybody that supports the left is a hypocrite. Prove me otherwise. Prove it to me. Prove it. Listen, I'm open to being proven wrong, but I have yet to be proved wrong. Everybody on the left is just a hypocrite. Time and time again. You know, he brought up all this crap. Okay, well, if America is so bad, why are you standing on American soil? Oh, exactly. Because it is, and you're lying. You just don't want to admit to it. That's the problem. That's the problem. Because if there was a better place, why not be in that better place? Doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it's a better place. We should all want to be in a great place on this earth. I mean, it's not like America's holding you back. It's not like we live in a country where you can't leave. Huh? Exactly. And then the young lady at the end who took a crap on the people who sacrificed their, I mean, that's just an absolute slap in the face. People like that should have to serve in the military. People like that should have to serve. Because there's no possible reason why those guys and gals should be getting disrespected. Disrespected. A lot of them lost their lives. Some of them came back mangled. Not only physically, but mentally. And she's just taking a crap on it. As if, oh, yeah, whatever. Okay. Well, since they have to go in fight, you know, in certain situations and circumstances, and they can't just say, you know what, I'm not doing it because she's an idiot. We can't have that. We can't go that route. So the other route we can go is, well, if they have to go fight, since they're all weak and you know, nothing, you have to go fight with them. Go ahead. Goodness gracious, she'd be out there shaking in her boots. I'm so scared. Oh, but why don't you just take... You know what? Never mind, man. That's just absolutely disgusting. Shout out to the men and women of our military. We greatly, the rest of us greatly appreciate you and your service. Man, that's just... That's despicable. Absolutely despicable. You know, if she doesn't have to serve in the military, she should be kicked out of this country. Kicked out of this country. That's disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. You know, really makes me angry to hear somebody say some stuff like that. You know, I've never served in the military, nor do I ever plan on serving in the military, but I have a great respect for anybody that has and does. Because I can imagine, you know, how brave one would have to be in order to go into something knowing there's a possibility I may never return. Like, think about that, you know, and we've seen videos and things of, you know, projectiles flying right over people's heads. And just knowing that you were inches away from death. Inches. Like how nerve-wracking that would be. But anyway, y'all let me know what you thought about this one in the comment section below. Like, share, comment. Hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.